Hello again. So today I thought I would make a little bit of a January update. I know I haven't posted a video in a while. It's been kind of crazy around here. And I was sick. I had a head cold. No big deal, but it just drug on. And then it went away. I was all better, I thought. I decided to go camping. And then that first night camping, I had scratchy throat, started coughing, and really congested. Woke up the next morning and decided just to head home in case I was worse the next day. I didn't want to have to pack up. So I thought, I'll be more comfortable at home. And then, it was just another head cold, but it lasted for a week. And I'm just today starting to feel like, okay, the congestion's really going away and, whatever. But so everything's been a mess. This poor plant here, this one, you can see all these broken pieces. We had some pretty nasty windstorms and it blew off of here twice. You think I would have been smart and just moved it the first time, set it down on the ground or whatever, but I didn't. And so a lot of these long, nice leaves just broke off, but it seems to be doing okay. I've got some, it looks like cactus rust going on and some other stuff. So I'm going to have to start checking on it, but there's so many broken pieces. There's another one down in here. I mean, it's just everywhere. There was a plant in here that died. What was in here? I forget what was in here, but I took it out. So I have this pot that I can... Oh, you know what? I brought it over here a while ago because I was going to put this cactus in here, and I just haven't done that. Maybe I'll do that now. I don't mean right now, but, these lovely rose are looking great. They're still in the little 2-inch pots that I bought them in, but I think I paid $1 a piece for them, and they've just got, from the cold, you can see a little bit of pink on them. These are doing really good. So I came out this morning, and it was 30 degrees out here. So, which is much colder than it usually gets. I just found a beer can sitting on my plant here. Much colder than it's been. It's been getting down into like 40s and upper 30s, but man, it was 30 degrees. Everything was cold, so I might have some issues with some stuff. These aeoniums look amazing. They're just, can't try to block the sun a little bit so you can really see them. This is their time, but these sunburst aeoniums, look at all the new little babies. I mean, every one of these is producing lots of little baby aeoniums in here. So these are doing really good. These giant ones, they look great, but this is the time that they're the most active. This poor mother of thousands just did not survive the cold, really. But there are lots of tiny little ones. See them down in there? Here also. So, those will come back up. My dragon fruit are not looking good. I mean, look at this. So I'm going to trim a bunch of stuff off of here. I've got a lot of cactus rust, some rot, some damage from the cold. Look at this section here. You can really see through it. Look at that. So I'm going to trim that out. Ooh, I forgot all about this one. I never moved it. So this Gasteria, somebody told me exactly what it was, and I forget, but I think it was called Emerald Ice or something like that. But it's, ooh, you know what? Oh, God, that's just heavy. I thought it was rooted into the ground, but it looks good. It's doing okay, and it's got new leaf coming there. So it's happy. It's got a couple little pups down inside. I need to pull that aloe vera or that aloe, whatever that is, out of there. This little thing, this little donkey tail, they're doing good. My little rat tail cactus looks okay. And we just had, ouch, ooh, the tips of these are not looking good. a couple of pieces. But for the most part, I think this looks pretty good. We've had some windstorms where we had 40, 50 mile an hour gusts, which is really high wind for this area. And nothing blew off of there, surprisingly. So let's walk around. This will probably be a long video. You know, I haven't been on here in a while. Look at the weeds. And see how green my rocks are? They get this, is it moss, algae? From not getting any sunlight here. Another piece of this broke. All of my little cactus from Brent Wiegand are doing really good. It's hard to see. The sun, it's early right now. What time is it? It's probably like 9. Where's my watch? I can't get it. Ooh, it's 9:45. So the sun's still pretty low, especially this time of year. Try to block it. But all of these are doing really good. The cold doesn't seem to bother them. I haven't watered anything, you know, in, well, a long time. And it's been a few weeks since we've gotten any rain. Let's walk over. You know what? Let's go this way first. I like to go down this way first. I did spray Roundup yesterday on a lot of these weeds. I know some people hate Roundup and they get mad about that, but I do use it. My Aloe Cameronii, look at all the blooms coming up on this thing. Excuse me. Still got a little bit of that cough. I was worried about this one last year. It was not looking good, but now it's got a lot of new growth and, you know, it's flowering. And here's something funny. So my perii, oh, look at how much it's grown. It's like growing over the rocks that I put around it. This is the one that popped up that I almost pulled out because I thought it was a weed. It is almost as big as this big one that I put in the pot here, which I separated. That one has hardly grown at all. And this one is almost the same size. And it was just like this. There's another one coming up here. It's got, looks like a little damage from the cold or the, I don't know, rain. But yeah, there's another one there. So that's pretty funny. And that's what this one started out as. And it just took off. And it's really happy. So I've never moved it. I will eventually because it'll start to grow over the sidewalk. But that's pretty funny. This little one here, this is an Echinopsis. I like this. It's got little short spines, but you can handle it. I like the yellow on it there. I don't know if that was damaged, but it's been like that for a long time. Oh, when I bend over, my sinuses start to get congested. Look at all the clover. Look at all this clover. I got to get in here and deal with this. I have not done all this maintenance that I need to do that I keep talking about. Look how pretty that is. It gets stressed and it turns red. This little guy's doing good. These two, they're about to send out some blooms. I had a little, what do you call this one? Neon breakers right there, still surviving. This little guy here. I don't remember what these are, but they almost died last year. Look at that one. Got some mealybug in there. That's what's killing that one. I need to deal with that. It's just such a mess in here. More Echinopsis. This one doesn't look so good, but it's still pretty firm. This guy looks amazing. Started out as 1, and then it was 2, and then 4, and now it's splitting into 8. This mammillaria. Got another one there. This tiger jaw bloomed not too long ago, and it's really spread. There's quite a bit of it. This is the, if I sound out of breath, it's because I am. I have just been sitting around for the last few weeks because I've just, you know, I didn't really feel bad. I just didn't feel like doing anything. So, oh, and this stuffy nose drives me crazy. This Amic variegated, which I wasn't sure how it was going to do. It's just growing like crazy. This cold hasn't seemed to bother it this year, which is lucky. A bunch more aeoniums here. These need to be all pulled out. Okay, I got to get out of here backwards. I need to turn around. I can't see. Now I have to be careful because I don't want to step on this tiny little perii that's popping up out of the ground there. All this stuff that I put in this bucket. Look at that. It's happy. I'll use it somewhere. I still haven't pulled out all those roses, but I will. And when I do, I'm going to put a lot of that cotyledon in there. So here is my purple people eater mangave. It is just absolutely gorgeous. Look at that color. Is that beautiful? I love it. And it's got tons of pups around it. It's grown over its little area. But since I pulled out all this other stuff that was growing around it, it really stands out. My little baby beryl colony is doing really well. I lost a bunch of them, I think it was last year, because we gotten quite a bit of rain and they just rotted. But this year they look all really good. I just need to get all that clover out of there. Lots of Fred Ives. They're just really multiplying. But look at all this. When I planted this garden, I remember thinking, I can't wait until I have so much stuff that I have to pull it out and replant it somewhere else because, because there's just so much. Well, I'm to that point now. And I stole a few things off of these plants. You can see where I cut the top off. I'll shade that a little bit. And now look at all the little babies that are growing around it. Sometimes that's the fastest way to get them to multiply is by beheading them. So all these ghosties, yeah, look at all this. These guys all have all this new growth. Tons of little tiny baby plants growing all down in there. I'm not sure exactly what this one is. This one's doing good. But these ghosties, look at, they're all crested down in here. I want to take a few of those out and pot them up somewhere. These two, that one's got some damage, it looks like. I had a walkway. This was a walkway right through here. And then all this aeonium and that starry night aloe, it's all just grown over my little path, so I can't even get my feet in here anymore. But yeah, look at that. On the side there on the left, I see some damage to that cactus. This is my little gymno. These babies are getting so fat, it's pushing up the side of that plant and making it kind of grow funny. Might have to deal with that. This guy's doing good. I love the color when it's stressed. So I can see I've got a couple of dead plants down in there that did not make it. That one's okay over here. These guys are all doing good up here, except a couple of small ones did not survive. These look horrible. That Lactea Ghost is toast. This one's doing good. All these guys look good. That one is going to die, but this one's okay. Can't even see what's in that pot here. I can't even step up close anymore. I'm trying to get the sun off of it a little bit. You can see tall cactus are doing good, and there's a couple little tiny things down in there. My old man of the Andes. Ooh, what's in here? Is this aphids on here? What do we got going on there? The aphids, it doesn't look like mealybug. I think we got aphids. I might need this. Yeah, those are aphids down in there. I'm gonna have to spray something. I gotta dig this guy out. And I have the cutest little hippo planter that it's in. It's a Talavera planter, and you can't even see it. Here we have the Portulacaria afra variegata is now growing over the sidewalk. All that needs to come off. And then my barrel cactus, you can't even see it. But at least it's being protected from the cold. This is, what do you call it? What is the name of that one? You know what it is. Everybody knows what it is. They come apart really easy. It's a, it's got like paper spines. I can't think of the name of that right now. I don't know why. Tephro cactus is what that is. It's doing really good. And look how beautiful, if I can get the sun off, look how beautiful all this stuff looks. Just the different colors. And what is that? It's a dog. It's a little raider dog. He's a cute little baby. He's so cute as he is. I still need to move that Cameroni eye, but look how red it turned. And I'm going to put it in here as I was suggested by a couple of you. I need to redo my bowls again. Let me get my shadow over here so you can see it. Doesn't look as bad on camera as it does in person. You know, it's really sparse. A lot of dead stuff down in there. And a lot of stuff that's pretty happy now because the heat is gone and, you know, so some of the stuff is coming back. My blue, it's not blue, I don't think it's technically the blue torch. What do you, you know, I haven't been out here and videoing in so long that I haven't been saying the name of my plants, so they're like out of my brain. But Azurius, it is the is it Trichocereus? Azurius? I'll put it on the screen. This one looks really good. It did finally bloom. And you can see the leftovers of the dead blooms down in there. I need to pick those out. And a little bit of redwood stuck on the spine from our redwood trees. So this Pachypodium, which I should have moved because they are not cold hardy, but it seems to be hanging on. There are some dead leaves in here that have shriveled up, but the plant itself is still okay. These guys are doing good back in here, surprisingly, because when it rains, the water just pours. Oh, look, you can see in the window I moved this. This is a Nepenthes in here. It's a tropical pitcher plant. I moved it to this window so it'd get more sun because it's not hardly making any pictures. There's one little one right there. And there's one back in there. You can kind of see through it, but it needs more sunlight. But all these little guys are doing good. I did lose a couple. You can see the little dead Gymnocalycium right here, right there. That one's got a pup on it. But, you know, they don't look great, but they're hanging in there. That one looks good. So up here, ooh, I got some mealy bugs on this. We don't want that, but it looks like it's about to send up a bloom. These guys are all looking good. My, what is that aeonium? That's not the pink witch, is it? Is that my pink witch? It might be. It's not very pink right now. It should be really colorful, but all these little guys they're doing pretty good here. They need some attention. I need to tear this stuff out and kind of redo it. Oh, what's going on here? Why'd this one flop over? That's weird. Ooh, this one needs to come out from under the table. It looks like it's trying to grow. Oh, yeah, it is. It's growing. Where are we? There we are. Look at that. That one, it's hard to see. Let's pull it over here. It's like it was growing sideways under the table. Look at it, it's sticking out sideways now. The rest of the plants in here are looking good. This one's trying to come back. This is that purple flower stuff that smells horrible that just took over the pot. I thought I got all of it out. My Navajo Princess Mangavi, I need to take that out of there. My fern died. I think it just got too cold. And these are in the bromeliad family. Strawberry Flame. They're still alive, but I should just get a new one, start over, and put it in the shade there. My maple, Japanese maple, is still dormant. This stuff in here is all doing okay. I did lose one of my, this had a lot more leaves on it. They were breaking off because I had some mealybug in it and I didn't get after it, which I need to, but this sunburst looking good. These little guys down under here doing good. All these little aloe hybrids. This is looking suspiciously like aloe might. I need to check that out a little bit closer. I can't see it too well from up here. Another tiger jaw is looking good. These are a couple aeoniums that I bought. They were given to me. Were they given to me? No, I bought these ones at that nursery. I can't remember the names. I don't think they were labeled. One was Fiesta, and I forget what the other one was. But that one looks really pretty. This one's not really, kind of boring. My little Mexican fence post crest. Looking good. These guys are all doing good. This is the other bowl, which zoomed in. The other bowl, which is looking pretty ratty. You know, and I think what I can do is just add some plants to this. I don't think I need to tear it apart, but I think I can just add, you know, some stuff. I can take some cuttings from over in that area and just fluff this back up. This one I just need to pick out all the debris. The Mexican snowball, Echeveria elegans are looking good in here. This one still looks pretty good. I got grass grown in there. Now the porch area, be prepared to be shocked and disappointed with me because it has really been neglected. My string of pearls here have not been watered in forever. Look at how the soil's completely pulled away from the edges of the pots in here. I haven't watered anything in here in, you know, like 2 months probably. But a lot of time, this banana tree's doing okay. It was been up on the porch. That one is pretty much toast. Now it'll come back. It'll come back when it warms up. My monkey tail cactus is doing really good. I don't know what it looks like up on top. Let me hold this up. I can't really see up there. It's not tall. I just can't really get close enough to see, but I think it's doing really good. And it actually had a few flowers on it last year. So these little guys back here are looking okay. They get a little bit of sun. The penis cactus looking really good. Didn't get any new growth last year, so hopefully this year it'll do something. This is a euphorbia. I got birds, and they nest up in here. This pillar's hollow, and I get starlings in there, and they just make a mess. I leave them, you know, let them do their thing. This is really pretty. Where's the light? Cover that up so you can see how pretty. Look at the color on that. Whew. And this little thing that has struggled because I keep trying to kill it, but it's actually doing okay. So over here, yeah, I haven't watered anything in here. This is doing okay. This is a crested amic. And then in the back was this little mammillaria thing that should be round, but look at it because it wants light. It's just really stretched. And then I think that was a gymnocalycium that died that was in there. But yeah, nothing down here has been watered. A lot of it's okay because it's dormant this time of year. It doesn't really need water. But look at all these guys just reaching for the sun. They don't get any sun right here this time of year because the sun is way over there and it just goes, you know, later the sun will be moving that way and then this side will get all full sun. So as you can see, my little coin plant is still alive. There's only 2 coins on it, but you know, it's still alive. These copper spoons, this is still alive and it actually looks good, but there's no roots on it and it's just laying here. These 2 may have rooted in the soil. I stuck them down. I don't know. I don't want to pull them out. This looks horrible. No water. That one looks like it's almost dead. I better get some water on it. Look at that. Oh, goodness. Ooh, I just noticed this. This I should have brought in the house. You know what? And I think I will because it's supposed to get cold again tonight. And I believe these little spots on here are cold damage. Whoops. Just knocked my raccoon off. But look at, see all these little spots? Block the light so you can see that. Yeah, that wasn't there the other day. I don't want to lose that. I like that plant. So if I put it here, I'll remember to bring it in later. Otherwise, I'll trip over it. Okay. This thing, which dies off every year, is already starting to come back. Now I should clean all this out. But this is an interesting plant. Break all this dead stuff off. See, this is why I need to be doing my maintenance out here and keeping on top of this stuff so that when it is time for it to grow back, it can actually get a little sun. There's a little, I don't know what that is, maybe an echeveria or something. Oh, you know what? It probably came off of this plant. So let's get all these dead leaves out of here and the grass. Clean that up a little bit. Yeah, and these are gonna shoot up and they grow really fast. Nothing over here really worth reporting. This had some oxalis, purple shamrock, and then some harmsii, I think. Whew, I get a head rush when I stand up. So this was that broken piece, this, I think Trichocereus. What was this one? That I bought. It fell over off of that plant and broke. It looks pretty good in there. Haven't watered it. It did get rained on. I forgot to move my blue barrel. I should have covered it. It doesn't look great, but I think it's okay. Look at all the weeds growing in here. Pull these out of there before they get out of hand. Don't stick yourself. Whoa! Didn't mean to drop you. Ooh, that's a big one. Hopefully that'll be okay. I need to redo my flowers here. There's still some African daisies that are, looking good. They're growing. Now that it's, I'm not watering it. It looks like there's some plants coming back that died off. They must have reseeded themselves. So maybe I will leave it. I need to trim my citronella back a little bit. Ooh, you know what I see down in here is a little carnation, and it's still alive right down in there. Looks good, but look at underneath the size of this oxalis. You see these leaves in here? I mean, they're the size of my hand. They're huge. And it's doing pretty good. My rum runner has done good this year. It didn't die. It didn't die last year. The sea dragon's looking okay. I see that Euphorbia trigona fell over again. I need to fluff this pot back up and add some more plants to the top parts of here. Maybe some soil, but everything that's in there is looking really good. Everything that survived. There's a couple things that died. And then this string of tears or whatever it is, which is now rooted into the ground. Look at all the poppies plant growing in here. I got to get all these poppies out of here. I knew I would regret just kind of letting them seed themselves because, they're pretty, so why not? Well, now they're everywhere. And the green takes over. But yeah, that whole plant there. Look at all that. It's really happy. My, what do you call these? Superbum. These are not looking good. A lot of them are losing their leaves, but I mean, they're still alive. My little hedgehog's back there, which is really leaning over. Those look good. There's another giant poppy that's growing like crazy. I need to do something with this because it's probably gonna pull itself out of the ground. You can see where it's pulling up the soil there as it's leaning over. This needs to be trimmed and reset because they just got too heavy and fell over for some odd reason, not sure. And then here is millii, Euphorbia millii, that has been trying to grow back all year, and hopefully it'll flower this year. My silver fox, which bloomed, look how big this has gotten now. Way up here. This is about, I guess about 6 feet, maybe a little over 6 foot at the top. And these little things are opening up. Little blooms are opening up. And as soon as it does, I just, in case the hummingbirds or the bees or whatever, anything likes it, I'm just kind of leaving it alone. And then maybe I'll just cut the stalk out and see what happens. But it's got a ton of pups around it, so even if I have to pull it apart and reset it, it'll look good. My pig planter looks pretty good. All these guys are getting pretty big in there, hanging over. So I probably could redo this if I wanted to. That Pringlei looks really good. And check out the color on the fire sticks. This Euphorbia, it's hard to get it out. So everything else in this thing is pretty much toast, so I need to finish pulling it apart. This Sahara. Oh, here, let's take a look at the Sahara that bloomed out. This Echeveria Sahara here. The center one bloomed out. And you can see the difference in the color of that one as it's kind of dying, and then the really pretty blue ones. But it's got a lot of pups that are huge, you know, really big. So I should cut all these blooms off. Cut that middle one out and clean that up. I have a lot of work to do. We've got the next 2 weeks. Today is January, I believe. Let me see. Is it the 14th? Today's January 14th. And so the next 2 weeks, we don't have any rain in the forecast, but we do have some cold temperatures. And I need to get out here and get motivated. I just haven't been motivated. I've been lazy. I don't know why. We've had some really nice weather, but this whole plant needs to come out. I can't even see my Lucier down in here, but it's in here. You can see it right here. God, these things just break off when you move them. They're super fragile. They just snap off, but there's that Lucier down in here. And it's pretty big, but it's been protected, so. My Quichua Con, this one looks really good. I have another one in a pot in the back. I need to bring it out. And here is my Hesper Aloe. It's got some dead tips I need to trim off to make it look nice. I did spray all these little weeds. Check out the blooms on this Cameronii. Just tons of them. You know, the aloes don't have the nicest blooms, but, you know, it shows me that they're happy. These Echeverias are all looking pretty good. Those are all spent blooms from last year sometime. I can say last year now because it's January. This little section looks pretty good after, you know, after I cut that where's my words? I can't even say it. I think I'm having a glitch. Porticaria? Porticala? Elephant bush. We'll just go with that because it's just, my brain is not working today. This Millii, which has the yellow flowers on it. I don't know if you can see an old yellow flower. Now that it's been unburied, it's actually really taken off. This Aloe distans is looking pretty good, considering it was shaded and then I exposed it to the sun. But all this little stuff down in here really took off. It's happy. This is the Aloe Blue Elf, and it will probably start sending up blooms. Yeah, look at right down in here. You can see that little nub in there. That's the start of a bloom. Yeah, there's another one. This thing is going to send up a ton of blooms. Here is the seed dragon that is planted in the ground, which now it's got a big trunk on it. It's normal for these leaves down under here to come off, you know, as the new growth comes in. Whoa, God, this is a thick plant, but look under here. Can you see all that mealybug? That all needs to be treated before it kills my plant. So, but I mean, it looks really good. All right. A piece of tarp from who knows where, blowing around out here. This Cameronii, bright red, I need to trim the tips off so it looks better, has been in this pot for 2-3 years and has done absolutely nothing. So I don't think it's even rooted, which is fine. I mean, it's alive. But look at the red. I love that. This aloe vera is happy. Look at that big weed down in there. I did spray all these weeds back in here. Oh, there's a lot of dead. Yeah, a lot of dead leaves under there I need to trim off. This guy's looking good. I need to get these dead flowers out of there, but it's hard because this has very stiff spine, so it's hard to get anything to pull out of there. But you can see it's nice and green down in there. It's a healthy cactus. Oh, pigs. Look at the pigs. It's Bella and Squeal and Pippin. There's Bella and Pippin, and there's Squeal. Wilton must be inside. Oh, nope. There's Wilton. They're loving this sun, I can tell you that. Oh, okay. These are doing really good. These are the Echeveria. Which ones are the imbricata, I believe these are, that I got from my friend Katie's. Look at the mealybug. Look at that. Yeah, I need to pull all those dead leaves out of there and spray in there. These are looking really good. We got a lot of nice red color. These were all green. Remember when I did this last year? These were all green. I haven't watered this. It's only gotten water from the rain. But these are looking good. This little cholla looks good. That has done nothing since I planted it. So this millii made a comeback, and look at the new growth right down in there. It's gonna be, yeah, this is gonna be happy. Look at all this new growth. It's actually got a little bloom on it right here. Nice. Hadn't seen those. Cool. I thought it almost died. I need to cover it. Now this is, I'm not sure if this is going to survive. I'm going to have to watch it. And if it doesn't, I won't get another one. That's Aluaudia procera. And if it's dead, I'm done. If it leaves back out, Bella, don't eat that. I sprayed all these weeds on the inside of this fence. If it doesn't come back, it's gone. I won't get another one. These Stickias are looking really good. This still got this issue with these leaves turning to the inside. I don't know what's causing that, but look at how they're, see how it's folding over? Look down in there. It's got to be some sort of a disease. I don't know. I should pull this whole thing out. Spud, get away from that pig. This thing has really grown like crazy. This from here up was last year's. This whole big top part from there up was last year's growth. And then it's got 2 pups. And it has the most beautiful red blooms, these big red blooms. My desert dragon is not looking great, this mangave. Now the new growth comes out of the center is kind of what you're going to watch for. And it's looking good. Doesn't look bad down in there. But all the outside looks horrible. This Cameronii needs to be trimmed up so it looks better, but no sign of a bloom on it. I'm not sure how happy it is up here. I am going to move that Sahara because it just struggles there all the time. This has got a nice little pup there, a couple pups over there. I was really happy. I'm going to leave it that little barrel. Looks like it's got maybe a little bit of cold damage. Let's come around this way. Let's walk around. God, the roosters are just making so much racket. Yeah, look at all that. That looks horrible. All of those bushes are coming out. And they're going to get done this spring. And then I'm going to extend the garden because I have from here to the end of this fence right here, straight across. That's going to be the next section I do. It's a big section. And it's not going to have as many plants in it because I'm only going to be able to put what can take that full summer sun and the cold. Look at this dead weed. Look at that. It's the size of a tree. Let's get it over on that side. It's hanging over the top of my plants. But yeah, this is going to be, it's going to be some work, but it'll be fun and you guys will be here to watch it. So this is not looking so good. It's got an awful lot of yellow on it. Hopefully it's okay. Maybe I should have thrown... they're supposed to be able to take the cold. We don't have long, sustained cold weather. It's just a couple hours in the morning, and it's not even every day. But this perii looks good. I need to get these leaves trimmed from underneath. But they're so hard... They won't just pull out like some other plants. You have to get down under there and cut them out, which I can't do unless I dig out all the gravel. But its pups are doing good. There's 3 of them. There's another one on this side. This guy's doing really good. I need to get all this dead out of here. This is an agavoides. Echeveria agavoides. Yeah. It's got some burn on it, but I mean, it's super hardy. But look at this poor thing. It's just never getting big. It's got some pups, but they're small. Yeah, so we'll work on this. This Echinopsis. Now I have this down as, I believe, like a grandiflora from the pictures that I found that look exactly like the flowers. Look at all these little pups. It just pups like crazy. Let's see how it feels. It's pretty firm. It's not looking great. It's been outside in the full weather its whole life, but it was in a pot before on the back porch. So I don't know, but it got full afternoon sun and cold. But I've had a couple people tell me that it's a different plant, so you know, I'm not sure. This Mangavi Pineapple Express. Let me get this leaf down out of there. Okay, that's an oak leaf. No, maple? What is that? I don't even have a tree like that here. I don't know where that leaf came from. It blew from a ways. This Trichocereus is doing really good. It's got 3 huge offsets. It didn't flower last year, but maybe this year it will. We'll see. I'm getting rid of this Nepalese. It's covered with cactus rust. Didn't do anything last year, but I mean, I'm wasting that cool pot, which I love. It has dragonfly on it. Can you see the dragonfly? It's a cool pot. I could put something else in it. Cat, seriously. And this little Dickia is doing good. A little bitty one. This is a smaller one. Some of them get huge. Okay, let me come back around here. You're just a weirdo. Hey, what are you doing? You're gonna poke yourself. Wow. This is Buttercup. She's a goofball. Where's your brother? I'm sure he's around here somewhere. Look at all these blooms. I need to cut all these off. These are from here last year. All the weeds in here. So the Echeveria Sahara is in the middle, and then these side ones were grocery stores plants. But man, look at them taking off. This will go in the ground. Will it go in the ground? No, it'll stay in a pot, but it might go in a bigger pot. This is an Opuntia, and they tend to take off when you put them in the ground. And I always say I'm going to keep after them, but I never do, and then they get out of hand. And then over here, check out my old man of the Andes. This is Oreocereus Trollii. How does that look like? I didn't plan that. It just grew that way. Portulacaria. That's the word I was thinking of over there. Portulacaria. I don't know why I couldn't think of it. But my yucca over here is doing really good. And then I just stuck those cuttings in there. This is a cutting from my Santa Rita. It was one paddle, and then it's really grown. And this cholla is doing really good. But this one, I don't know why. That one looks kind of crappy. This little scraggly piece. So that was off my big staghorn out by the pool. So that is everything out front. And I want to pull these boxwoods out. I have 3 big ones along here and then one more over there. I need to pull those out because I kind of want to do this little strip also. I will leave that palm tree, which I did not plant. I think it's a Mexican fan palm. And you see them growing out of the side of the freeways. They'll grow out of a crack in the sidewalk. But I didn't plant this one here. And it grew perfect, right in the center. And, you know, it's compatible with cactus and stuff like that. It's not going to need a lot of water. And it provides a little shade right here in the summertime, although Dave likes to cut off the palm fronds when they're shading stuff. My Tradescantia I have not watered. It's alive, but you see how it's all sucked up and curled? I need to throw some water in there because we haven't gotten any rain in a while. This boxwood died. We had an issue with the drainage and something. I think I have a broken pipe under here. I think I still do because it's still wet under here, and it shouldn't be. It's dry everywhere else. But I'll probably take these miniature roses out. I'll take some cuttings because these I got from my grandmother's house 30 years ago. And if you look at the flowers, it's very unhealthy because I haven't been taking care of it. But let me get the shade. Look at how pretty those are. Little miniature ones. There's a really bright one over there. But they're so cute. And I cut them a lot and put them in a bowl in the house. But they're like orange, yellow, and red. But normally this bush is half this size. I just have not pruned it. So now's the time to prune the roses. So maybe I'll just cut. I have two of them. I have one here and one right behind those boxwoods. I might leave those there because I can always hand water them. I just need to keep them smaller. But I want to do this whole section, and I'll need to do it mostly with the ground cover rock like this and boulders, and then maybe a few cactus that can really handle full sun. You know, but all this stuff gets afternoon shade in the summertime because the sun goes over the top of the house. So this gets protected, but this side over here doesn't. Okay, so something kind of scary. Let's show you what's going on over here. These are the dragon fruit cuttings I got last year, and they're doing pretty good, although I do see I'm getting some cactus rust on there, so I need to get after these. These are the ones I got from Dave's buddy. Oh, this one broke. This one broke off completely. I wonder if the wind knocked it over, but it had just a scraggly little... And this in here is fibrous, this little... You can't break that by hand. It is so hard. You have to cut that. But I'll probably cut the bottom of that and just reset that piece. But let's go look at my garden of death. Pardon the mess over here. We've had some work going on. We're getting a new gate. We're having an electric gate put in. Right there. They're having some issue getting the thing to work that opens and closes it. So yeah, look at the mess back here. I hear pig coming. I haven't even come over and looked at anything over here, but we've got some. These are my King Ferdinand. There's two of these. Agave. You know, whatever's. These little guys, I need to trim them off and put them somewhere. They were looking a lot better last year, but they've lost a lot of their leaves, so they look much smaller than they did. But they need to be repotted. That's dead. But this ruby necklace, Athona capensis, this thing's still alive. I threw it in this box. The cat lays up here all the time. But look at the color on that. And then these little cuttings are starting to grow back. But that belongs on the barbecue. That's the little oil thing that hangs off the back of the barbecue. Yeah, the cat likes to lay in there. I would throw some water in there in the summertime. I can't believe that cardboard box hasn't collapsed. Oh, I got some firewood there. Yeah, so this is a mess. Need to get this cleaned up. And now we'll go back and check out the plants in the back. Okay. So this is what's growing back here. And those of you who have watched my previous videos, my aloe vera is tipping even more sideways, and I need to trim it up again. It doesn't look great. I just really need to cut it and reset it, but I don't want to do that. That's a lot of work. My tiger jaw, this one had bloomed also. I lost a lot of it last year because I was neglecting it and it wasn't getting the water it needed, but for the most part it's okay. My peanut cactus, I have two of those. Those are doing really good. Some more Stapelia. Oh, I forgot to go back in and show you the stuff on the first half of the garden. That's okay. There was nothing really exciting going on in there. This is the Agave Guadalajara. And then this little aloe. Oh, somebody said that was lace aloe. I got some stone crop. My Mangave Barney. I need to trim some of the dead off of it. Hello, Mr. Pumbaa. Look at his back. It's right under that sharp spine. Ow. Must you do that? Must you? You're too big to be snooting. You're too big. Ow. Mr. Pumbaa. This pig is a tank. You can't really see how big he is, but he's got to be 200 pounds now. Look at your mohawk. You're just amazing. Look at that mohawk. Oh, it's awesome. They like to put their mohawk up when you give them a scratch. It's kind of like a whoo, kind of a chill they get. He's a big boy. Super gentle, though. He's a sweetie. He's a cooney, or probably a cooney mix. Okay, so these little pieces are still doing okay. The rest of them died. There was a bunch of these. I forget what they're called. Oh, these aren't feeling good. I don't know if they'll survive. I'm kicking myself. Look at this poor thing. I don't know if it's going to make it. I forgot. This is not supposed to be out under 50 degrees Fahrenheit. And like I said, it was 30 this morning. So, I don't know. And I paid I think I paid $50 for that cactus. Oh, I'm going to have to replace it. I should have brought it in. It's probably, I'm not going to bother now because whatever damage is done. But this Barney's looking good. My Queen Victoria Reginae looks amazing. And then here's the King Ferdinand. This is the one I took those other two little cuttings from. I bought a pot, and it looked like they had just stuck a whole bunch of baby pieces in one pot. And really what I should do is pull all this apart and separate them and just make this one like the one main plant and then all these little offsets. But there's little pups coming up all the time. Look at that little one there. So, and then my... look at this thing. This is the Hectia. That is the pup coming out of the side, and it's almost as big as the main plant. And then this pup here, and then there's another pup you can see coming sideways out of there. This is just such a super cool plant. I love the color. It's like almost white. When you hose it down, and you can really see how it's kind of green, but it's got super sharp spines that are very stiff. You know, you get snagged on it, it'll cut you. It's in a heavy pot, but Pumbaa has scratched on it many times and moved that pot, and luckily he hasn't knocked it over yet, because if this fell over on him, he would have some damage, and so would the cactus. But I got to get after this and really separate those pups, because then I can have quite a few. I paid $75 for that plant, so it'd be nice to have more. Hey, you leave her alone, buddy. So over here, now my gutters, I should do this, in the afternoon when the sun's not so bright, but the colors on the gutters are amazing. They look really good. I did water this yesterday, but, everything in here is looking happy. Look at these aeoniums. And it was just one little piece, and it's just bloomed. The tomentosa is big fuzzy. All this little stuff. Everything is that I put in here. I never did add more. I was going to. I like this little Fred Ives. He looks happy. In the afternoon, maybe I'll come out and take a quick video when the sun is not shining on here, and you can really see the color up here, because I've got red, pink, green, blue, purple, every color you can think of going on in here. Okay, so now it's about 12:45, and the sun is over here behind the barn. So you can see now the color a little bit better. Look how nice those look. I don't want to fall off the hill filming it, but look at all the different color. I got purple, blue, green, silver. I mean, I still need to do some work, really, and fluff everything up and treat for mealybugs and, all that. But aside from that, the plants are just, they just look so nice. I love it. But how pretty are these? The sun just washes all the color out when it hits it like that. I don't know why I do any kind of filming in the morning. I should always wait until afternoon. Look at back here. How pretty are those? And then up here, I have a hard time seeing up in there, but everything's looking good. I do need to add a lot more plants. And now's a good time to do it because, I mean, it's hitting 60. Yeah, see, this is kind of bare right in there. But it's hitting like 60, 65 degrees during the day. And watch where I'm going. And, you know, getting cold at night, but, you know, that's okay, because these are kind of protected by the roof up here, the overhang, so it doesn't really get frost. But yeah, doesn't that look nice? Whoa. But that's a steep slope right there. You can't really tell on film, but I don't want to fall down the hill. But yeah, the gutters are looking amazing. Look at the color. Pretty, pretty, pretty. Oh, here's the brother. This one's Fezzik. Your sister's out front pestering me, and you're out back pestering me. Ah, meow, meow. Okay, so these are the plants that I got from that woman in Davis last year. I never did plant this one. I like this one. It's kind of stiff, almost, you know, thick like an agavoides. But I can put that somewhere. I could put a few of them in the gutters. These two little, which look like rum runner. I think they might be rum runner. And then this little thing, I don't know what that is. But this aloe vera is doing really good. It's getting tall. Need to trim some of the dead ends off. And then this was a mangave bad hair day. It's got a lot of new growth in there. This one's really soft. I like it. I don't know what's going on with that leaf. Is that a weed? I think that's a weed. Where are you coming from? That's a weed. Get that out of there. There's more. I didn't get the root, so it'll probably grow back. Yeah, I'm like, that doesn't look right. Oh, there's another piece of grass over here. Weeds. Then this was, what was it called? I almost can't even read that tag. Can you read that? I'm sure it says so in one of the previous videos, so I'll have to look it up. Oh, look at this little leaf. It's got a little plantlet growing on it. Probably fell from up here. Yeah, I gotta come out and take another video when the light is better. I do love this. That looks dangerous. This one should go out front in my new area. And then this little other mangave. This was stuck in the leaves, and it's got a little plantlet. I'll stick it back there so it'll be in the shade. Seriously, Dave, I tell you. Ugh. This is what it's like when you're not a smoker, but your husband is. So we're going to take this over here and put it in the burning barrel. Why he can't hike his butt over here, put a cigarette in here where it belongs. I would love it if he would quit smoking. He's tried a couple of times, and he's been smoking his whole life, and he's 50. I think he's going to be 57 this year. So it's unlikely that he's ever going to be able to quit, sadly, especially considering cigarettes are like 10, 12 bucks a pack now. Okay, so my greenhouse, don't judge me. I know it looks horrible. We did start working on it. Dave brought the little mower over here, and he mowed in here for me. And this plastic bag is just full of weeds that I pulled. Now we're all growing along the fence. And some other crap in here. Pardon my French. I don't think crap is French. But, yeah, I got to start getting my greenhouse back in shape. So I pruned my roses and got all the weeds out of the containers. Oh, I missed this one. Look at all the weeds in there. So this was another little carnation that survived. Even after I wasn't even paying attention to anything and wasn't watering. That's how hardy these carnations are. They're amazing. So I left this one, and it's got a ton of new blooms that are going to be starting. So I'm going to have to pay attention and actually get this some water. But I got all this. So there was all those tall, stringy weeds. This area was going to be my compost area, but I need Dave to build me an actual... Oh, this cat, I tell you. An actual structure for the old dirt and, you know, food scraps and cardboard and all kinds of stuff. I need to get the weeds out of that wire. My solar panel, that's for my lights and stuff in there. He has it hooked up to a battery. He kind of rigged this up to give me power in there, but Yeah, it wasn't working very well. Oh, I hear Mr. Ray. Oh, I didn't mean to wake you up, baby. You were laying in the sun. I know, you're a good boy. This is one of our rescues. Oh, these are the kind of weeds I was pulling out. Let's see how long they are. This guy, oh man, he weighed, God, 350 pounds when we got him. He couldn't walk, he couldn't see, but look at you, you can see his eyes now. Yes, you're so handsome. His feet will never be normal because they were so badly overgrown and he was so overweight. He had no hair when we got him, and now his coat grows. He probably only weighs 150 pounds now, if that. I mean, he's pretty heavy. He's a boy. You got mud on your snoot. Huh, he's such a good boy. Man, he can run now, and he can see really well. And he's about 14. Sadly, he's not going to have probably a super long life because of the way they let him get while he was younger. That just does so much damage to them that they just don't ever fully recover. But we've had him for 6 years now, 7 years. And at least whatever's left of his life, he's going to be happy and healthy. He gets regular vet care, gets his hooves trimmed. And he is on a good, healthy diet now. So this side, yeah, this will be, I'm going to do this side today. You're a little weirdo. Look at the water in that bucket. I need to dump these out. There's nothing growing back here. But pretty soon I'll start putting plants back out on my shelves again. And then, yeah, I'll pull all these weeds. I need to spray really good back here. Get all those pots picked up and collected. So this is a coral aloe. I think the one in the front is the ghost, and this one's a coral. And I need to trim it up. But yeah, it's just been sitting out here. And then this is the other Kisokon. So this will go out front, and it's super hardy. I mean, it sits here all summer, all winter. You know, I did tuck it back a little bit to get it out of the sun last year, but not much. And then this is agave ray of light, and it almost died because I didn't bring it in last winter in time. And so it had a lot of damage to it. All those bottom leaves died. So I'm going to chop it and reset it. But look, it's got 2 pups. And I brought it in this year, so it wasn't out in the cold. And I haven't watered it. I haven't touched it. I haven't watered anything under here. I got all these scraggly looking stuff. It just needs to, I just need to get rid of everything and start again out here. I did bring these 2 in, but they'd already gotten a lot of damage. And this one bloomed last year. This one did not. Look at that big wasp nest. So I had 2 of these in here last year, and look at the size of that. This one was like right there, and then I had another one, you know, right up there that I knocked down. I didn't even realize they were in here because I hadn't even been out here. But you know what's interesting is look at this stick basically that grew out of there, and then how long it got. I need to treat these. I can see they've got some cactus rust. They probably need to be fertilized. They certainly need to be watered because they've been in here for the last couple of months, and I haven't even been out here and looked at them. Cat, what are you doing? What are you doing under here? What are you doing? He's a menace. So on this side, I did bring in all my euphorbias that were outside. This is an amic, just a regular green one. You can see it's all sucked up. It hasn't had any water. Here we have some sort of a crassula, little jade plant. The aloe back here has turned mauve because it's stressed because it hasn't gotten any water. This died. And I'm not sure what this stuff is, but these little ones are hanging on. That died. So my pachypodium here, it looks like, this one looks like it's splitting. It's growing a new, I don't know, it's just really weird. It looks like it's like got a shelf and then this little piece growing out of it. So this euphorbia seems to be doing okay, hasn't had any water. This pachypodium I think is toast, and I think it's rotted. I think it's soft. Yeah, it's rotted. I might cut it off and see if it's still alive down here. It's really sharp because it's firm down here, so maybe I'll just chop that. You know what? Let's do that right now. Do I have because I'll say, I'm going to do that, and then I don't think about it. I don't know if these old pruners will work. Can I do this with one hand? Let's go right about here. Oh, that's really squishy. Yuck. Get in there. Yeah, you can see where it's rotted on the left side there still, so I need to go down a little further. I'm going to set this down because I need 2 hands, especially if I go a little further down. Let's start in a little bit, in a little bit more. One more slice. It's much thicker on the bottom. Almost need like a pipe cutting tool to, to cut through this. Okay, actually, that part doesn't look bad. It's a little bit, on this one side, it looks darker on film than it actually does, but like right, this right in here. But that's firm. We'll see if that heals. And let's take it off of here and set it down under, get it out of the direct sun. Ooh, it was heavy with one hand. So we'll put it down here. That's a little more protected under there. And see what happens. This one's doing good. Hasn't had any water. This one's still hanging in there. It hasn't had any water. Another euphorbia here. Pardon my cough. This one looks really good. It needs a bigger pot. Ooh, you know what? I should put this, because see how it spreads? It doesn't need, I don't think, a deep pot. Yeah, I need something wide. Maybe I'll go see if I can't find, oh, I know what I could put it in. So my hoses that I had, and I had them in those big Talavera bowl. No, they're not Talavera. They're just big ceramic bowls that I have, the 2 in the plant stands by the front porch. Well, I have 2 more for the hoses that are, what color are they? I think the ones in the plant stands might be green. I think they're blue. That would be perfect because it doesn't need to be real deep, but it'll give it a lot more room to spread out because it'll be even bigger around. Maybe that's what I'll do. This orchid, ooh, it's sending up some new growth, so this bulb is still alive. Maybe I'll throw some water on that. And then under here, these guys are all doing good. So I have the baby toes. Ooh, these are shriveled. They need some water. And then a couple haworthias. Completely different kinds. This one has the flat, and then this one is pointy, and then this donkey tail. So they've been under here, a little protected. Again, no water. And then look at the mess in here. I mean, I still have a panel missing. I can't figure out how to get up there to get a new panel in. I don't know, this is crazy. And then this little piece is missing, but I have the little piece right there. It blew. We found it way over in the neighbor's ditch, but that's what it looks like out in here. So today I will finish cleaning up this corner, and then I'll get this side over here all cleaned and weeded and sprayed so that when I'm ready to start putting plants, it'll look better. And then as it gets warmer, I'll put that shade screen across here again. And I never did take the one side off this from up high before. I took this side down, but not that side. So that's pretty much everything. Oh, and then I need to clean the greenhouse itself. I need to wash all the windows down and make it look nice again. It's so dirty from, last fall. Oh, look at Mr. Ray Ray. Isn't he just the cutest thing? Oh. I've never been so angry as when I saw how they were keeping this pig. When I went to get him, Dave sent me over there to check in, see how he was doing. The house being sold. The real estate agent somehow got our number and asked if there was anything we could do. She knew we were a rescue, and it's just, I've never wanted to smash someone with a board so much as I did the guy that was taking care of him, if you can call it that. But man, he's so happy now. He has a big yard. He's got his own house. Now we do let Pork Chop lives in that stall, and he has that yard, and his gate's always open, so they share the big yard now. And we're hoping that they'll start to get along. I mean, they've been doing that for the last year. If they start getting along, we want to move Pork Chop out of the stall into that house. I mean, that big shed's being wasted with just one pig living in it. And I need my horse stalls back. So I'll come out, and you can see the shadows already coming over that, the gutters there. The sun is behind here. It's going to move right over there. In a couple of hours, that'll be completely shaded. And then I'll come back and I'll go across those gutters again and show you how beautiful those colors really are. It actually made it through. Hopefully I won't have to redo it in the spring. I might be able to make it all the way through next fall. But I'll do that, and I'll add that into here. And probably at this point, you've probably already seen it because it will be earlier in the video. But yeah, and that's about it. So if you're still watching, thanks for watching. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. And we will see you in the next one.